¿Te gustaría crecer en el conocimiento y servicio al Señor? Mi iglesia te invita a que seas parte de nuestro ministerio. Estamos ubicados en la 9800 Berkeley Road, Burke, Virginia, y nuestros grupos Conexión en toda el área metropolitana de Washington. Para más información, visita nuestra página web www.miiglesiausa.com y nuestra página en Facebook. ¡Te esperamos!
Thank you for staying tuned with your #1 show, Live Scene TV. This is Chef Jr. I have the pleasure to bring you the recipe of the week today. So today we're gonna have a beef shrimp with creamy grits, AKA a surf and turf with creamy grits. So we have everything going on and ready to go. We have one cup of water, almost boiling, ready to add some butter. So I'm just gonna tell you what we're gonna use for today on the recipe of the week. We have grits, of course, butter, a little red pepper flakes, some cheese. Of course, you can't miss the heavy cream. We got some jalapenos, some scallions, parsley, corn. We're gonna do something with this. I'm not really sure, probably to garnish or something. And then we also have broccolini with garlic. You can't go wrong with bacon. So we have shrimp and our beef as well. So we have a water going on. Our saute pans are going hot right now. They're steaming. So first of all, what we're gonna do is add a little butter to your water. We're gonna add the grits, and let's let the butter dissolve in the water. And second step on that, we're gonna add some cream, some heavy cream. But before that, we're gonna season our beef and shrimp. With the bacon, you don't need to do anything with the bacon. It's just wonderful. It's good, like the way it comes already. So we slightly we're gonna season our beef with salt and pepper only. And for our shrimp, we're gonna use Cajun, salt and pepper as well. Your water is boiling, your butter is dissolved already, so about 1/4 of a cup. There's your Cajun, and remember, we're gonna use the Cajun only on the shrimp. And you're gonna do that again on your other side. If you ever cook shrimp, you always gotta put Cajun on it. It's the best seasoning ever. And then here we go with the cayenne. Again. On the other side. And paprika will be the last touch here. Kind of whisk this a little more. Now when it's ready to add the grits, you're slowly gonna add the grits. And once you add it, just whisk it again so you can cook properly and even. Slowly, don't add everything at the same time. So now we added all the grits. Don't forget about your grits, because you don't want some rock grits, all right? So you have both of your saute pans are ready to go. So we're gonna add a little butter over here. And here we're just gonna add a little bit of oil. That's how you know your saute pan is hot. And okay, on the one that we added the butter, we're just gonna add the bacon. Bacon doesn't need any season, it's just wonderful the way it is. And on this one over here where you add the oil, kind of spread it a little bit, play with it. And we're gonna, you put the beef in there. So I have a pretty good cheese over here that I like a lot actually. We're gonna spread this. It's a taco cheese. It's really good. So we're gonna turn it down, turn your grits a little lower more. Your bacon is got a good color on both sides. What we're gonna do with the bacon is just make sure it gets a good color on both sides. Same thing with your beef. And then your bacon, we're gonna take it out and we're gonna put it on a clean plate. And with this, in the same pot, we'll cook the bacon. We're gonna cook the shrimp. Why? Because that's gonna give it a great flavor. The little fat with the shrimp, it's gonna be awesome. Bring the broccolini over here. We're gonna grab some pretty nice pieces here. So that's 1, 2, 4. All right, so we got 4 pieces here, 4 pretty good looking pieces. And your water is salty enough. So we're gonna blanch it real quick. We are going to cook the shrimp over here. How do you know it's just the fat and the shrimp. It's gonna be an awesome taste. So your broccolinis are good to go. So I'm gonna take it out and put it right next to the bacon. And since I'm not gonna use anything to blanch anymore, I'm just gonna turn it off. Don't forget about your grits over here. Stir it. The grits, they look good. Your beef, rotate it. We have some garlic over here. We're gonna chop a little bit. We're gonna use a little garlic to saute our broccolini. And the corn, we're gonna saute some of them and just use it to have a good color in the plate as a garnish. And that's a pretty good amount of garlic. Chop your parsley, clean your jalapenos. We got multitask over here today. So, what do you want to do with the jalapeno? Make sure you don't touch the seeds of it, and then later clean your hand. Because if you clean your eyes after you touch the jalapeno, if you don't clean your hands, you're gonna be crying. I've done that many times. And clean jalapenos, didn't clean my hand afterwards, and I was crying like a little baby. And I don't want you to do that at home, so. We also have some scallions here. We're gonna move your shrimp. We're gonna put it right next to the bacon. It has a beautiful color. All right, so we're just gonna let it sit. The saute pan it has great flavors in there. The fat of the bacon on that is just delicious. So you got some scallion there too, some jalapenos over here, some garlic. Rotate your beef. All right. So we're gonna grab a little bit of this parsley. Chop a little bit. Remember, when you cut anything, you always want to make sure your fingers are pointing straight down. And don't do this, because you have a pretty bad accident at home. So remember, pointing down, and you're gonna be fine. You will not visit the hospital, trust me. So we got a clean saute pan now. We're gonna get ready to saute our broccolini with some fresh garlic. And the only seasoning we're gonna use for our broccolini is just salt. So remember, our blanched broccolini is over here. I'm just gonna use my hand. All right. Spread them all together so they can cook evenly. So fresh little garlic. That's pretty good enough. You can do a little more butter if you want. Can't go wrong with the butter. And spread a little salt. And what you want is just a nice golden brown color on your broccolini. Remember, you got the beef still cooking over here. It's right now it looks that by the filling, the way it is, it's at a medium temperature. So we're gonna turn it down a little bit more so it can cook, stays in it, but don't overcook. Cause I like my meat medium. If you want a little nice looking chunks of bacon. That's pretty good enough. All right, your broccolinis are good to go. So we gotta move this out of the way. Okay. We're gonna add a little more butter in here. All right. Remember, you got some heavy cream in here. Spread that all evenly. All right, so we got, throw a shrimp back in here. The bacon, you remember, use the bottom of your knife. If you really love your knife, yeah, add the jalapenos. There's plenty of garlic in it. Yeah, a little more jalapenos. I love spicy food. I love spicy food. So over here, we're gonna add a little more cream in here. And we're gonna let this reduce. All right. We gonna add a little more butter next to the beef, just to do something nice. Something is seen in TV, all right? So you're gonna clean your cutting board here real quick. Be careful when you cut corn this way. I had a lot of friends visit the emergency room in the past, so I surely don't want you to look, I don't want you to go to the emergency room. So we're gonna put this aside, and since your saute pan is hot next to the beef, there's no problem me adding this here next to the beef. Just corn, right? There's no salmonella in it. So we gotta move this around a little more. And this is at a low temperature. What you wanna do is just whisk it evenly. And if you want a little more creamier than this, you can add a little more heavy cream. To me, it looks good. Beef over here it's been sitting for quite a good minute now. So we're gonna cut it in a few pieces. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one more piece. So thank you for staying tuned with myself and Licensing TV. It's been a pleasure to bring you the recipe of the week. Surf and turf with creamy grits and broccoli with fresh garlic and some sauteed corn. And I would like you to do it at home. You're gonna love it. It's delicious. Thank you again for staying tuned with Licensing TV, and it's been a pleasure for me to be with you today.